my name is Keith. Welcome to the channel. So something popped into my head recently that I wanted to share, and it's kind of how to transition between a chord progression using arcade system and the scales that we learned from that. And a quick tip that I have, we're going to be doing something in the key of G, and we're going to involve a lot of really cool double stops. It's one of those things that I think is a beautiful sound, something that is kind of Frusciante-esque or Hendrix-esque. So I got my strat out. This is tuned to half step down, so if you want to play along, just keep that in mind, half step down. So the progression that we're going to be looking over is a 1-5 with a minor 6, so that'll be our G. That's our 1 chord, a 5, D, and then an E minor. That's our 6. So we want to be able to transition between the 5 and the 6 chord, and I have that little double stop thing, which I'm going to show you. So that little connection there's some theory involved here, and it won't be too complicated theory, but if we know our arcade system, we know that the G here, that's the E position on the 3rd fret, and if we scooch that up, we got the same G chord in the D position here. And that is the scale that I'm going to be using to kind of create that cool little double stop transition, which is right under my fingers, to transition up to that E minor. So we're going to go from the G, and what I'm doing in this example is a quick kind of diagonal pentatonic, and I'm cheating here, going up half a tone or a tone. And that's our D chord. That's our next chord. Now, what I like to do in here, and this is what we're going to show you, is this. What is that? So that is concentrating on 3 strings between the 5th and 7th fret, the A, D, and the G string. So we know our root note is a D here because we're on that D chord. So we're going to go from the 5 to the 7 on these 3 strings, but in a certain sequence. So we're going to go to 5, 7 on the A string. So A, 5, 7, hammer on 5, 7, and then we're going to do a very light hammer on pull off on the G string 5 to 7. Now it's kind of important with these double stops to keep this finger kind of anchored here, because we're going to be hitting a lot of these 2 adjacent strings. And if you can't see my right hand, the picking I'm doing is the D and the G string right there, and then you could kind of practice your double stop that way by holding these 2 down and just hammering on the 7th fret of the D string while you're hitting that 5th fret and kind of keeping it held down there. And then we're going to walk back up. So from the beginning. And then right here, I'm kind of transitioning up to the A and the D string to do my double stop. And then I'm sliding it up here to the E, because that is the root of our E minor chord that's next. And that's how I get the transition. So let's run through the double stops here really quick. Then we can hit our E minor. And then when you're up here, you could do the same thing. We have everything right under our fingers. So I could take the double stops from the B string and the G string while I'm keeping my index finger hammered on there. And this is just bonus content, by the way. Okay, so now that we know that, let's see how this translate into the greater scheme of things when it comes to the 1, 5, 6 chord progression that we're showing in this example. basically what I wanted to show you, that little cool double stop thing. It's a cool thing. It requires a lighter touch when it comes to kind of getting it to sound nice and clean. I could do that all day, but I hope that really helps you. If you like what you saw here, I know this is a quick one, but I'm going to have more of these. Like and subscribe, share, do all that good stuff, because I'm going to keep on doing this for you, and if you keep on coming back, I will keep on sharing. So let's have a wonderful day and make every one of these videos have an awkward ending.